You're on the Essential Talent podcast with Sean O'Neill, my very, very special guest, Sir Graham Henry, known to everyone in New Zealand as Ted. And hopefully this won't embarrass him, but I've got a nice wee intro here. I thought I'd actually have a look at some winning stats. And I think Vern Cotter has got a coaching record of 60% wins. Steve, what's his name? Larkham, 56.5%. This is just for a winning record for the Brumbies. We're in Super Rugby. And Sir Graham Henry, Ben, would you like to guess what his winning record is for the All Blacks? No, you don't know. Okay, it's 85%. Now, also, just so everybody knows, my winning record when I was a player, I played for the Temuka under-10s, was about 5%. Was a very, very good footballer, but it never progressed. So we've got Sir Graham Henry. We're going to have a quick chat, literally 4 or 5 minutes. Brumbies versus Blues. Is it right that at this stage it's that psychological thing that we're talking about that gets really important at this level, Ted?
Yeah, I think so. The Blues will be expected to win this game, and that's always a difficult psychological situation to have. Them and the Hurricanes are the favourites for the Super Rugby title, and rightly so. They're the two best teams in the competition, but they've both got to go through a semi-final that they're expected to win. And the other teams, the Brumbies and the Chiefs, will be at the best they can be. Psychologically, got nothing to lose. They're going to give their best. And so it's a different expectation. So it's a bit of a banana skin for the Blues. And they need to be really strong mentally and play at the top of their ability and put the Brumbies away and don't go through scoreboard pressure. Because if they're only 85% on the job because of that different psychological preparation, it's going to be one of those games where it's going to go to the wire. And so often you see teams that are the favourites and go on to win championships struggle at semi-final time.
When you get someone like Gilbert Anoka, who played such a huge part in that area along with you, how much does he get involved actually on game day? Is he still working his craft on game day, or is that done and dusted sort of leading into a big game?
Oh, he might have the odd word to certain individuals maybe, but really the mental fitness of the team is something that you work on, just like catch and pass and making the tackle every week. It's just a continued build-up and getting better at handling pressure and having the right mental attitude in these sort of games. It's easy to talk about, Sean, but not easy to do. So the great sides in the finish were able to overcome these things, but the majority of sides, and some of them are very good sides, as I said before, struggle because they're expected to play in the final and they have to go through this game before they do so. And Patrick's not playing, Patrick Tuipulotu, and that'll be another interesting sideline because he's been outstanding. He's played his best rugby I've ever seen him play this year. He's led well, but he's played exceptionally well. He's led in a physicality, and the Blues have been, through Vern Cotter's coaching, probably the most physical team in the competition. And so he's not going to be there, and I think that's going to be another little psychological situation that they need to overcome. But, you've got a Blues team that's probably playing their best rugby for a very long time. I looked at the team. I think there's about 10 of them who are probably in line for the All Blacks. They're not all of them are certainties, obviously, but there's a lot of those boys who are playing very well. And some of them have been in and out, like Hoskins Tutu, another guy who's played probably the best rugby he's ever played this year. Needs to continue to do that tonight. These are the big games. These are the games that the All Black selectors really look at to make their final selection. This is Test match rugby. So there'll be pressure also on the next step. I know they say we're totally concentrating on Super Rugby and the Blues, but there's a little man in the back of your head saying, "Oh, I need to play well and make sure Razor's watching me," and etc. etc.
So give us a little something, for a fan like me that loves the game, but didn't play it at any great level and doesn't have the technical knowledge that you do. Obviously, what's something that we should be looking at sort of early on in the game to give us an indication of, how this game's progressing? What would you be watching for?
Well, I think scrum dominance in the game today is very, very important, and most teams that get scrum dominance win. And Officer Tuilagi is playing, and he's playing again. Under Vern Cotter, probably playing his best rugby at this level for a long, long time. I would imagine the Blues will get dominance at scrum time. I think their worry might be the line out. The Brumbies line out is over the years been very good, but again this year, very efficient, and the Blues need to be efficient there. Sam Darry is going to be important, but I think that will be an area that the Blues need to make sure they're 100% at line out time. Scrum will be good. I think the other thing that people could look at is who's winning the physical battle at the tackle. Who's carrying and going forward? Who's carrying and going back? Who's getting over the advantage line? Who's not? And if you can get go forward ball that the Blues have got most of the year, then you've got the backs in both sides actually who can take advantage of that. So 3 things: scrum, I think the Blues will win that. Line out, I think that's going to be a lottery, and the physical battle at the tackle. And as I said, the Blues have won that all year. Now, psychologically, we'll see the difference tonight, probably.
Do you want to give us a prediction? Come on, Ted.
Yeah, I think the Blues will finish winning, but I'd say it's going to be closer than we expect. Blues by 10.
So Graham Henry, Ted, thank you so much as always for your time.
Pleasure.